Blessings, beloveds. So nice to be here with you all. It's always very special for me to come live because I consciously tune in to you as we do when we do the big Zoom activations, but I consciously tune in to those that are about to join. And it's very special to get this opportunity to connect through distance, through no time, no space. So beloveds, let's take a couple of breaths, and I hope you can hear me well. Hi! If you would like to just write if you can hear me well, so I know. So let's take a couple of breaths and breathing and connecting to your beautiful heart. Oro narana kinarana tanasanarana turnu tanarana takiyana tiakietana tanarana tunoro yataya. Connecting with your heart, connecting with your beautiful, magnificent soul, the essence of your being, tuning in and just feeling the quality of your blueprint and your heart vibration, and asking yourself if this is the right timing to listen to this transmission and to be part of the activation, or if it would be better to return back. So ask yes or no and follow what you receive. So we open this space in God's infinite love, light and power. We ask for full protection and connection by the eternal living light code of God, and we close all negative portals, all inorganic artificial timelines, and we ask only for what is in the highest divine order for each and every one of us to be received. So beloveds, we are in just a few days entering the Equinox portal. And as always, I didn't even think when my guides told me, time to do strong work with the Andromedans. And we have the Andromeda activation on Thursday. I didn't even think about that is right after the Equinox portal. And now when I was tuning in for this energy update, I started to get information about how important these days are now to have before we do this massive work with the Andromedans. Okay, beloved, so we have undergone a very intense period of clearing. And many of us have been feeling that we are waiting for something. Energetically, this has been going on since before Lionsgate last year. And maybe you can write in the comments if you also have been feeling this since before Lionsgate last year. There has been subconsciously and consciously this energy lingering, saying to us that there's something coming, there's something waiting, there's a change to happen. And we needed to pause. And the interesting thing is that my guides showed me that why we needed to pause was because they needed to rearrange the timelines. So the pause period has been for us not only to strengthen our light body, and with that I mean the first 12 energy bodies, which are the ones we feel in the earthly existence, to strengthen the next 12 energy bodies, the galactic ones, right? So we're going to work with them with Andromedans a lot. And the next 12, which is the cosmic energy bodies, and then we have the universal and multiversal energy bodies. Not only that, but also we have been working since October massively with being more connected with our monadic self, and that's also something new. So we needed this pause period, even if we heard in the background our guides saying that there's change coming and there's big change coming, and maybe everything in your life will completely change. So all of this has been going on for quite a long time, and when I saw that this pause was to rearrange the timelines, it's really like we are reversing the reversed timelines, the timelines that are not organic, the inorganic timelines, the artificial timelines. We have been fixing so much by traveling from the future to here and back and forth. So all of this has been happening in this pause period. And of course, we needed to clear a lot of miasma and old energies. So that has been going on. And before now the equinox, we're actually starting to feel that this energy is building up. And many of us, actually all of us, the last energy update I did, when we did the activation, the guides took you to a spot where you could connect to a deep longing within you. That longing is connected with your next step. Actually, all of us, that's what they say, have been given information about our next step. Then the difference is that we are some of us are resisting it too much and we're not listening. We're like, I don't hear you, what you say, you know. But you already have received the information now of what your next step is. And this is where our new higher level of spirituality will be tested. Or would like to say tested, because they correct me and say actually activated and upgraded. Your spirituality, my spirituality, is being not tested but activated and upgraded, because in this time you are about to take that leap. You're going to need to follow that next step without asking or fearing what that will mean. If that means blah, 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 will that mean blah, 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 blah? No, don't go into the stories. Don't even try to figure out what that step will do for you, because it will not be as you think and expect. And you know, when we start to live like that, everything changes. It becomes less heavy, less intense, more synchronicity, more flow, more ease and grace. And this is the adjustments we are doing on awakening and an ascension level. So it's really like so many of our kind of old connections and guides are not really here, because we are now communicating with our monad, with our higher selves, with all of our 144 soul extensions. So we are communicating with our future self, and our future self are communicating back to us. And this is like life-changing. And again, the ascension and the awakening will not happen as we believe and expect. It's actually much more cooler. And that's why also like the Andromedans comes in now to assist us to move and liberate ourselves faster, because we're still pretty plugged into many programs. And that's okay. It's accordingly to the schedule. And it's okay to be plugged in and plug out from the programs as we get activated in our core wounds. It's part of the lessons and teachings and the school we decided to have here on earth. So all is okay, but the faster we can transmute and plug out from these programs, we're not only assisting our life to move faster into that highest timeline and communicating even more with our future self, but most of all, we're actually assisting the planet more. Because when you plug out from the programs, you are assisting the 12 grid 3 of life, Mother Earth's light bodies gets assistance. And when you plug out, the controllers cannot reach you. And when you plug out, more people around you see see the programs and see that that is just an illusion and that you are setting yourself free, and then they will start to follow and they will plug out. So it is important, and it is okay to see that we are every day plugging in, plugging out from the programs. But the faster we can observe, witness, that's why it's like the program is stream. We move into center. I've been talking about this so much. We move into center. We strengthen our ability to immediately be able to center, no matter of the emotions we are experiencing. It doesn't matter how much, anxiety or fear I'm feeling, the ability to immediately be able to center and align, breathe, and from there, self-witnessing, you start to witness, and that's the self-mastery you are really stepping into now. And from that witnessing self-mastery level, that's when the reprogramming can happen. But we can't skip the ability to be able to sit here my guides have asked me the last weeks now to, wherever I am, I don't need to not practice to sit in silence when I'm in silence. So they're you need to be able to do it in the middle of a chaotic family dinner, to sit and just go into center, to sit in the bus, to sit wherever and be able to just center. We will be able to assist on completely new levels when this happens. So, as we have been waiting for something and now we have actually received a message, so the guide says, if you are I don't know, I haven't received the message, go within, because you have received the message for your next step. Just look and witness and compassionately look at what is hindering you. Look at your fears. Is it your fears? Is it your ancestral fears? Is it your family's fear? Is it your old fears? Have you outgrown this fear? And is it time for you to move straight into the fear to clear it? Only you know that, but you have been given the next step, and you don't need to think or put any energy about thinking what that step will mean to you. So if you feel it resonates, go there and do it. Set yourself free and see how your entire life will change. That's how your higher self has, and your future self has communicated to you and told you, you need to do this move. You need to end this or move this or go this or connect to this, and then you will see. So it's your future self have communicated that, so your entire synchronicity history can start. And the whole spiritual life is also changing. And maybe we're not seeing this, but your spiritual life is not your life anymore. It is who you are. Myself, I also had a time in my awakening where I was, connecting to a more spiritual life. I was changing my life, my relationships, my career, and all of those things to live a more spiritual life. But most of you listening here, you're not living a spiritual life anymore. You are a spiritual being. So no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you are a spiritual being. And it doesn't matter if you wear a black suit and go and talk with 3D people, you're still fully in your spiritual life because you are that spiritual being. And that is changing massively. Because when we have, when we say upgrade or awakens enough, so because I do honor that period, I had a period where I needed to dress very spiritual, and I really looked with my malas, and I was eating, and everything was in the outer looked very spiritual. But now, I can wear a black suit. I don't do it so often. Be with regular people and still, being that spiritual self. There's no separation anymore between, you know, my spiritual life and my other life. And all of us are really moving into this, and maybe you're not seeing that, but it's a very important part of your awakening. And what happens when you fully embody that spiritual being that you are, having a human experience? You are a spiritual being, probably from a very distant star nation, that are here having a human experiencing, and we're still trying to figure out that human experience, right? But, another but. So, all of us here are spiritual teachers. As a spiritual being here on earth at this time, you are a traveling spiritual teacher. And that is also why I've been called to have, you know, the Ascension facilitator training, because we are not supposed to have teachers, spiritual teachers as before. You are a spiritual teacher, and your journey is the teachings you're giving. And if you think about this, when you leave your home, how many are you not a teacher for? I mean, I literally go out of the door and I go, you know, I see my hairdresser, I see my nail, you know, I just talk with all these people and just like spreading the message of awakening. And it doesn't happen, it just happens naturally. And I see it in my beloved, I see it in my daughter, I see it in so many of my brothers and sisters. You're all spiritual teachers, and your journey counts. Your journey matters. And you're not only a spiritual teacher, do you know what you're more? You're an activator. You are a being here on earth doing your mission by being here. Every single challenge you're undergoing, every single thing you are clearing, you're clearing for the entire planet. Every obstacle you manage to undertake and clear and move beyond is shifting the entire morphogenetic field of Earth. You are doing your mission. You are a spiritual teacher. You're an activator and you're a healer every time you do your work. So what you do matters. And as we are awakening, we are doing it differently. So it's not only what you're doing, it is how you're doing it. Because we're living this heart-led life, which is the most beautiful gift we can give to earth. We cry, we feel, we are sensitive, we're vulnerable, we laugh, we feel passionate. We live a full life when we start to awaken. And yes, it's not only dancing and being like happy, right? Because a full life is a full life. God gave us all He had when He created the human experience. God gave us all He had and all that was. And the moment we start to understand that we don't want to be out of nothing, because this is really having a full life when we are connected with our true self, with our higher self, with our monad, of course connected with our galactic and cosmic family, but most of all God, we can understand that this experience is a gift, and the clearing we're doing and the challenges we're overcoming is for the entire planet and the entire existence of everything. Because so many of you, like me, traveled so like millions of galaxies away. Like the Andromedans, they heard the calling. They're 2.5 million years away from planet Earth, and they heard the calling that we need assistance right now. And you heard the calling and decided to incarnate on Earth and assist, because you are a believer and you are this high vibrational being. So as Equinox comes, there's a very important thing to connect to, if of course it resonates with you, and that is to take much more responsibility over what you're manifesting. So this equinox, what my guides were really clear about talking, is that they want us to do a more conscious manifestation throughout this portal. So doesn't matter if it's before the equinox or after. We will work on this on Thursday on the activation, but really consciously, you know, because maybe you manifested something 1 month ago and you have grown so much this month. What are you consciously manifesting? And taking responsibility over that on all levels. And with that I mean, don't play small. Don't play small when you manifest. Manifest it all and say it out loud. And don't be scared to speak it out, like you're already gonna get it, because it's already being created. If you believe in it enough, and we're gonna work with this on Thursday, like if you really feel it in your body, in your heart, it is already being created. You are communicating with your future self, and your future self is communicating with you, and it's being manifested, created as we are speaking. So, okay, let's see what the teams has to say. So before I start with the activation, I just want to say that the Andromeda activation on Thursday, doesn't matter if you've never been on any of my activations. You can either join live or replay. I will put the link in afterwards. So, there's so many light codes coming in. So we open the space in the highest capacity. We claim the space as sacred in God's and Christ's highest vibration and presence, asking for full protection, connection, closing all negative portals and inorganic artificial timelines. And we breathe and we ask for what only is for us in the highest of the highest of the highest to come through. So immediately, one of your Andromeda soul aspects are coming in, literally coming in into your light body, becoming a part of you, like a walk-in experience. The Andromedans are part of the Pleidiens from Sirius and also from Lyra. So you have the lyrans, the sirians, and the pleidiens as part of the Andromeda Galaxy. So there is this really strong walk-in that wants to move into your light body if you feel that resonates with you. And of course, if you want to do your boundary test, now we are safe. You can always spin 3 times anti-clockwise. I'm God, I'm sovereign, I'm free. Spinning 3 times to just see that this is really a soul that is 100% in service to the eternal living light that comes through. Like you're doing a boundary test. Close your eyes and see what comes through in your vision. How is this Andromeda being becoming part of you, and how does it feel and look like? We are assisting you in retrieving lost gifts from your galactic timelines. So they're like moving these light codes through your central vertical line, your entire light pillar, through all of your chakras, just moving these light codes. Maybe you feel or see them moving, clearing your vertical line, your pranic tube, So what they're activating right now is your ability not only to move into peace, but to be in the resonance in your light body of peace. So now breathe and feel how this green, blue, violet energies of the Andromeda are starting to assist your nervous system. So breathe. And feel how they expand these light codes out to your entire light body field. Your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual energy body. And just feel how they activate your ability to be vibrating in the energy and resonance of peace. This means that you will attract peaceful situations, peaceful experiences, more people and souls in peaceful state. Relax. They're working through light language and light codes. So they're activating and assisting your light body into deeper balance as a preparation also for the work on Thursday, they say. Now they're working with your throat. Uso shatarana. Ikiatatanaurunu yatana saya. Uyanaya. Okay, beautiful. Now just feel this vibration of peace. It is being encoded in your architecture on new levels. Suru sarana tarana. Uruno soshya. The Andromeda walking probably make you vibrate very strongly, because this walking is holding a higher vibration than you usually hold. Ranasaya kianaya. Urosanaya daya. Breathe. The walking is removing itself from your light body. You feel that you can hold the same frequency, feeling peace, expanded in your light body, feeling peace, and just feeling how you can enter the coming equinox portal in this peaceful state, being able to more consciously see what you want to manifest. Breathe. And we close this work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Breathe and come back. Beloveds, that was so beautiful. I just love to come out live with you guys and co-create in this powerful space. And this is exactly how it is when we do the activations on Zoom. It's like so much magic happens when we co-create. I'm just the channel of our group field, and just like taking in all of your devotion and unique gifts and willingness, and then we just like mix this into this most powerful, incredible energy. So beloveds, thank you. If you want to share what you felt, or if you saw something, maybe it was the first time you actually got a walk in to your light body, one of your soul extensions and soul aspects. It can be very weird when the vibration starts to go so high. I'm really excited about Thursday. If we're gonna have like this walk-in experience again in that space, because that energy is usually even stronger. I can just imagine how we will be able to clearer see what to manifest more consciously. So I love you all so much. I'm so excited for Thursday's We Work. I can't wait for the poverty consciousness clearing in the end of April, which is probably the biggest work we've been assigned so far. And then of course I'm dancing every day here in my living room, creating the playlist for Glastonbury. I mean, to dance with so many of you there and just raise the vibration together, it's just like a dream. I love and honor you wherever you are. Thank you for being that light, that vibration that this planet needs right now. I love you. Mwah. Blessings.